After being a key role player as a freshman on an Iowa team that featured the likes of Luka Garza, Keegan Murray took a tremendous leap, becoming one of the country's leading scorers and displaying an overall versatility that vaulted him into lottery conversation. An older sophomore, Murray has the prototypical size of a modern 3-4 man and truly had one of the more productive and efficient college seasons in recent years. With a player like Keegan Murray, we could start in a lot of different places, but we'll go with transition, where he was an absolute problem. Whether it was grabbing it straight off the glass and going coast to coast, or just running the floor and having great court awareness and agility, he did it early, often, and effectively. He shot over 73% here and averaged 1.5 points per possession, which ranked number 1 in the country of those who had good volume. You can't expect him to completely replicate this at the next level, but you like what he showed here, and if he does end up in the right situation, he should pick up where he left off.
Murray back the other way. Murray! Here comes McCaffrey. It's Murray!
Nice check out too on Thompson. Nice run out again. Keegan takes it to the hole.
Left off the rim by Derek Walker. Now up ahead to Murray.
He's a physical straight line driver with good patience and the ability to easily take advantage of mismatches. He can finish with either hand with pretty good touch and also go either direction, but you could definitely notice how much he liked going left.
The inbound Keegan Murray fighting his.
Started out 10-1 at Mississippi State, one at Michigan.
Keegan Murray driving on Gardner. The basket.
6-point game. Murray again.
4 points a game, but the pace is what allows him to be patient.
And that total right here.
Again, I was averaging 99 points.
In terms of his offensive profile in the half court, he did a lot of work in the post, much of which I don't think he'll get the opportunity to in the league, but it was an area where he showed off as a finisher and maybe more importantly, showed off his motor and a will to make things happen.
Murray gets ISO'd, little help comes, spins away from it.
Shot clock's winding down.
5 on the shot clock. They get it inside to Keegan on the baseline off the window. They lob it inside. Keegan Murray throws down up 2. McCaffrey inside.
Was missed. It's following 7. Murray underneath, got Lowy up and 2 more. McCaffrey, bullet pass inside. Murray good adjustment. Murray down low and the dunk.
And within Iowa's motion offense, he excelled at cutting, finding and attacking open areas a lot of times in a poorly spaced floor. This is a spot that I think we see him shine at the next level, and it's always a great asset to have next to those big-time playmakers.
Team game, big miss right there.
Some confidence, and now just they're a little gun shy taking it to the rim.
Now Murray's
More
been
production on that end of the floor. Tom Izzo talked about Trent Frazier of Illinois as a warrior.
They take it into the front court. Back door. Keegan.
Now Chris Murray takes it.
Jackson Davis.
Leaves it off.
Bracha against Wahab, the pass to Murray.
He was tremendous on the offensive glass, averaging nearly 3 a game, which put him in the vicinity of many of the country's best centers. The best thing here is it wasn't simply him taking advantage of smaller defenders or being a merchant of his own misses. He routinely crashed the glass from all parts of the floor. He has good hands and converted putbacks at a high rate as well.
Iowa's got it. Perkins, no.
Murray to dribble here.
McCaffrey, long 3, around it out. Murray the offensive rebound with us.
McCaffrey, 3 rims out. Murray tips it to himself.
Spinning against Vogt. Little short. Keegan Murray with a rebound and a 2.
In what was arguably his biggest development, he shot nearly 40% from 3 on just under 5 attempts a game. I thought his mechanics were cleaner and more consistent in year 2. He had a ton of confidence and the freedom to take those shots, and it all paid off.
Bouncing, guarded by Arns.
Quickly get on the board. Murray.
Just the elevation he gets on his jump shot. That's where you can really see his strength.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, because he does get some elevation.
Can he do it again?
Yes.
Don't forget, he's chipping in at about 9.5 rebounds per game.
There's Murray. There's the other one. And that's it.
Here's Murray for a career high.
Remember the game in December against Indiana here. Indiana was rolling in the first half. Wisconsin cut their
Bodied, but he can handle anywhere on the floor.
Dean is on the bench with those 2 fouls. He's a little bit beat up. Great strategy by Ryan.
Defensively, Keegan Murray gives you the always appreciated versatility. He projects as someone who should be able to naturally excel against fours, the majority of wings, and even be able to switch at times. He put up stock numbers tough to manufacture and continued to make an overall good impact here with his combination of size, fluidity, positioning, and activity that's bound to keep him in a rotation and translate to the league.
Stevens against Murray, and a stop.
To the Gilliard. And here he is getting his man up in the air, but it was
Western Michigan last month. Ashworth high-arcing three.
post. He goes and grabs it.
A battle trying to answer.
Step up a little bit as it's Chris Murray. Takes some of the pressure off Keegan.
8 on the shot clock. Frazier around to Coburn screen. Splits the D.
This gym a season ago with North Carolina Central. He transferred to Longwood this year.
And Keegan Murray with a steal to the other end. Murray with one.
Haven't seen enough of him attacking.
Murray. And Murray with the steal. Read that pass. Can the Gophers get back? No.
They're very capable of hitting. Murray with the takeaway.
For the double. Pretty good D. A nice reaction to get hustle by Jones. That's all he could do is try to gamble over the top.
And now a turnover off the trap.
Deshaun Wade with a jump stop block. Non-starters that really propelled the comeback.
More games in the NBA than Grant. Look at this.
That's a charge.
That's his record, Joe.
Yeah, 4 for 22 from 3.
The Hawkeyes, at least right now, are not in sync.
Now getting into some areas Keegan Murray can improve, starting with his half-court creation. He doesn't currently create offense from multiple levels and areas of the court in the most scalable way. He can still really improve his handle, his first step, and overall creativity and comfortability as a scorer from the perimeter. I did like a lot of the moments that he had between some of the face-ups, the step-backs, and a few encouraging crossovers and pullbacks. So there is some reason to believe he'll continue on this trajectory, but he is a bit older and it just hasn't been as natural as you'd like.
7 turnovers a game.
Raved about Philip Obracha, just how much more confident he's become.
In Philadelphia, his hometown, he dropped 23 on the Hawkeyes.
Wisconsin elite. Already got a road win at Purdue, so they show what they're capable of.
Now this matchup though, Murray against Amori. He'll try the 3 and Amori.
Keegan Murray dials his own.
Nice cross. Now look at Tennessee. Reach it.
Here comes Keegan Murray. Lost his man. Strong to the rim. The challenge.
The rebound. Crossover on Wilkins. So he's always putting pressure on opposing defenses.
Here's Murray. 3 points in the first half, and they did it almost entirely without Jordan Bohannon. Here's points tonight for Keegan Murray. Looking for 2 more. He'll get defensive. Free to shoot for Keegan Murray.
So ready. It's 5 out of 7 from out there.
Chris Murray in the paint. Now it's his brother Keegan.
Step back 3.
Shot clock down to 5. Here is Murray stepping back.
3-point shooting in a major way. Murray,
Keegan Murray. Defended by Reese. Fade away. Finish those. Great job by Steve. Murray. Turnaround shake.
And then as a playmaker, he's more of a team ball mover and extremely low turnover guy than someone I think will be leaned on to initiate or create offense for others. I love how well he took care of the ball, and this isn't necessarily a knock. I just don't think it'll really be part of his job description.
a double team and a steal by Murray.
That's great. These are great basketball rivalries.
Good catch by Vogt. Rejected by McCaffrey. And now Murray in the open floor. Hepburn
Right back in his face. Heat check. Patrick McCaffrey's got two.
Because of that position, he's able to get two.
Extra pass, Bohannon in the corner. That three. Keegan Murray to work. Leaves for Rabracha.
Out with smaller players, but not inside. Averaging a tick under 24 a game is Keegan Murray. This time he passes.
Essentially. And they can go back and review that. And so they did. They review it, and it turns out to be a foul.
Now I wanted to touch on a few things defensively. I could see him having more trouble guarding certain 1s and 2s in space. He does do a great job of recovering and somehow managed to get back into some plays it looked like he was already out of. But I just wanted to further contextualize who I think he is in this part of his defensive game. Off the ball, he was overall pretty good, especially positionally like we mentioned, but there were still a few really strange games and moments from him where his awareness would waver, none more prominent than in his performance against Richmond.
Willis. Battle. He'll step back. Big three on the way.
See what Rutgers is wanting to do, similar to what Indiana did against Illinois first game.
Backdoor cut. Beautiful pass from
They're a really fun team to watch and study on tape.
Nice.
An overplay by Murray, and KO says, I'm going through everybody.
Liddell, great position. Power dribble tag.
That's against Wisconsin. Inside to Race Thompson, second leading scorer for the...
Here's Dickinson. Steps through, lays it in.
Big 10 against the Mountain West Conference tonight. Dorius with the left hand.
KO off the window.
Now Keegan Murray's overall outlook is a pretty simple one. I think he can easily be somewhere in that high-level starter range. I'm a bit skeptical of his creation taking that big leap just given he will be 22 on opening night, but I wouldn't completely rule it out. Floor-wise, I find it really hard to see an outcome where he's not a key contributor in the rotation or part-time starter. And for best fit, teams like Sacramento, Portland, and San Antonio make sense, but he'll really be fine anywhere.
Alley-oop for Porter. And the C's part, he goes right to the
I sense a timeout here with Wall breaking free. Up it goes.
He's been good off of the bench for a 6-10 point.
And the pass picked off.
Capable at the age of 38.
Porter. And Porter
Goes through the double.
Bradley lost the handle. Wall, the alley-oop. Kelly Oubre off the bench. Otto Porter gets the steal. And Otto down court gets
To me, Murray is one of the safer prospects in the class, that is, if your expectations are in the right place. Creation is the name of the game, so teams' confidence in that will determine his draft slot and future impact, but it's hard to see a scenario where he's not going to be a key rotation piece at the very worst. He just checks too many boxes.
O'Shea gon' be the first, so I'll forever be the second. Who rep Lamar Park is something you ain't got a question. They like, damn, grown up, better than we expect.
You can sit up on my show.